The cosmos continues to captivate and inspire, particularly as NASA reveals groundbreaking advancements with its Mars rover and the ongoing saga of the Boeing Starliner spacecraft. On March 22, 2025, NASA's Astronomy Picture of the Day showcased a stunning image captured by the SuperCam instrument on the Perseverance rover. The photograph features a rock named Maz, which translates to Mars in the Navajo language. What makes this image even more remarkable is the accompanying audio recording of the first laser zaps on Mars, offering a unique glimpse into the Martian landscape and the rover's laser technology. During its mission, the SuperCam instrument emitted laser shots at the Maz rock to analyze its composition, while a microphone recorded the sound of the rapid bursts in Mars' thin atmosphere. These sounds provide crucial data about the physical structure of the Martian surface, demonstrating the innovative technologies NASA employs to explore our neighboring planet. This intimate auditory experience invites listeners to contemplate the mysteries of Mars, making the distant planet feel a little closer to home. While NASA continues to push the boundaries of space exploration, it also grapples with the challenges of human spaceflight. In a recent development, the agency faced significant scrutiny regarding the Boeing Starliner, which has been plagued with issues since its inception. Astronauts Butch, Wilmore and Sunita Williams, who were originally slated for a brief mission aboard the Starliner, ended up spending an unexpected 9 months in space after the spacecraft encountered technical difficulties. Their return to Earth aboard a SpaceX Dragon vehicle raised important questions about the future of Boeing's spacecraft. NASA's decision to send the Starliner back to Earth without its crew was rooted in safety concerns. An independent report from the Aerospace Safety Advisory Panel confirmed that the agency made the right call when it uncovered helium leaks and thruster issues shortly after the Starliner docked at the International Space Station (ISS). The report acknowledged that the decision was one of the most complex safety dilemmas NASA has faced in recent years, underscoring the agency's commitment to prioritizing astronaut safety. Despite these setbacks, NASA remains dedicated to collaborating with Boeing to ensure the Starliner can eventually serve as a reliable transportation vehicle for future ISS missions. Boeing is actively addressing the thruster issues and conducting tests at NASA's White Sands Test Facility in New Mexico. As NASA prepares for the eventual retirement of the ISS, the agency emphasizes the importance of having 2 operational spacecraft to ensure redundancy in crew transportation, a lesson learned from the past. Looking ahead, NASA hopes to integrate the Starliner into its commercial crew program alongside SpaceX's Dragon. The next flight test for the Starliner, which could be either crewed or uncrewed, is still under discussion, but NASA officials are optimistic about moving forward. "We're trying to do it under what we call this post-certification phase of the contract," said Steve Stick, NASA's commercial crew program manager. In conclusion, as NASA continues to unveil new discoveries and tackle challenges in human spaceflight, the future remains bright for both the exploration of Mars and the ongoing development of the Boeing Starliner. The successes and failures of these missions serve not only to advance our understanding of the universe but also to refine the technologies and strategies necessary for future expeditions beyond our planet. With lessons learned from recent experiences, NASA and its partners are poised to make significant strides in the coming years, paving the way for a new era of space exploration. In a remarkable turn of events, NASA's decision to send Boeing's Starliner spacecraft back to Earth without its crew has ignited discussions about the future viability of the vehicle. Following an extensive 9-month mission that was originally intended to last only a few days, astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams have finally returned to Earth, but not aboard the Starliner as initially planned. Instead, they relied on a SpaceX Dragon capsule for their journey home, raising critical questions about the future of Boeing's Starliner and its role in NASA's missions. The Starliner was expected to play a pivotal role in NASA's commercial crew program designed to transport astronauts to the International Space Station (ISS). However, complications arose during its much-anticipated crewed flight test in June 2025. Technical faults, including helium leaks and thruster malfunctions, prompted NASA to make the difficult decision to return the spacecraft empty. According to a report by the Aerospace Safety Advisory Panel, this choice was deemed both prudent and necessary for crew safety, reinforcing NASA's commitment to prioritizing astronaut well-being above all else. The panel stated, had the crew been aboard, this would have significantly increased the risk during re-entry, confirming the wisdom of the decision. The unexpected extension of Wilmore's and Williams' time in space was met with mixed reactions. While some criticized NASA for not launching an emergency mission to bring them home sooner, the agency justified its decision by citing the need to maintain adequate staffing aboard the ISS. Ultimately, the astronauts returned on a SpaceX Dragon capsule alongside 2 other crew members from the Crew 9 mission, concluding a saga that had become mired in political controversy. NASA's plans for Boeing's Starliner remain in flux. Despite the setbacks, the aerospace giant is actively working to address the thruster issues and other technical challenges identified during their missions. NASA has emphasized the importance of having multiple commercial partners for redundancy in crew transportation, a lesson learned from the shuttle program, where reliance on a single provider created vulnerabilities. Looking ahead, Boeing is expected to conduct further tests at NASA's White Sands Test Facility in New Mexico this summer, focusing on modifications to the Starliner, including a battery redesign and improvements to its landing systems. While officials from both NASA and Boeing express optimism about the spacecraft's potential, the timeline for its next flight, whether crewed or uncrewed, remains uncertain. As NASA's commercial crew program evolves, it will be crucial to assess whether the Starliner will still be needed, especially as the ISS approaches its planned decommissioning around 2030. In the meantime, NASA is committed to ensuring that Starliner eventually operates alongside SpaceX's Dragon, with plans for a future mission dubbed Starliner 1. As the landscape of commercial space travel continues to develop, all eyes will be on Boeing to see if it can overcome its challenges and deliver a reliable spacecraft for future missions. As the agency navigates these complexities, it remains clear that the lessons learned from this experience will shape the future of crewed spaceflight and the ongoing partnership between NASA and private aerospace companies. The next chapter for the Boeing Starliner will undoubtedly be pivotal, not just for its own future but for the broader ambitions of human space exploration. In a stunning display of bravery and technical prowess, NASA astronaut Dale Gardner recently captured the attention of the world by performing an untethered space maneuver to recover a satellite, an event that was both thrilling and nerve-wracking. This extraordinary occurrence, which has resurfaced in discussions about spacewalking, draws parallels to the iconic 1984 mission of astronaut Bruce McCandless II, who became the first person to perform an untethered spacewalk. Gardner's mission not only paid homage to the pioneering spirit of space exploration but also highlighted the complexities and risks involved in satellite recovery operations. The footage of Gardner's untethered flight, now circulating on platforms like Reddit, showcases the intense environment of space where astronauts must rely entirely on their training and equipment. In 1984, Gardner, alongside fellow astronaut Joseph Allen, donned manned maneuvering units MMUs to retrieve 2 communication satellites that had been stranded in incorrect orbits due to a prior rocket failure. With precision and agility, Gardner maneuvered the MMU to capture the Wester 6 satellite, underscoring the technical challenges faced by astronauts in orbit. NASA's documentation of the mission details the meticulous planning and execution required for such a high-stakes operation. The astronauts utilized the MMUs to navigate the vastness of space, overcoming obstacles caused by the satellite's erratic movements. After Hawk and Walker piloted Discovery to within 35 feet of Palapa, Allen and Gardner exited the airlock to begin the spacewalk portion of the satellite capture, NASA recounted, illustrating the collaborative effort that defined this mission. While Gardner's successful capture of the Wester satellite took place over 6 hours, the mission's risks were palpable. The astronauts operated with the knowledge that one miscalculation could lead to catastrophic results. The recent revival of interest in untethered space maneuvers serves as a reminder of the ongoing challenges in space exploration and the incredible feats astronauts undertake in the name of science and technology. In a different but equally pressing narrative, NASA is facing challenges with Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. which is intended to serve as a secondary vehicle for transporting astronauts to the International Space Station (ISS). Recent developments have put the future of the Starliner into question after a series of technical failures during its crewed flight test. NASA's decision to send the Starliner back to Earth without its crew Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams was not made lightly. An independent report confirmed that this choice was a prudent one given the multiple thruster failures detected during the spacecraft's approach to the ISS. The decision was one of the most complex and challenging crew safety decisions NASA has faced in years, the report stated, affirming NASA's commitment to astronaut safety above all else. Following this incident, Wilmore and Williams were stranded aboard the ISS longer than planned, waiting for an opportunity to return home on a SpaceX Dragon capsule. Their extended stay, which drew mixed reactions, was defended by the astronauts as part of the job, emphasizing the unpredictable nature of space missions. As the Starliner program continues to grapple with its issues, ranging from thruster failures to concerns about its overall viability, NASA remains committed to ensuring redundancy in its crew transportation capabilities. Joel Montalbano, NASA's Deputy Associate Administrator for Space Operations, stressed the significance of having multiple commercial partners to mitigate risks associated with crew transport. Looking ahead, the timeline for the Starliner's next test flight remains uncertain, but NASA officials are optimistic that with continued modifications the spacecraft will eventually meet the necessary safety and performance standards. NASA will develop a potential Starliner flight schedule based on the International Space Station's current mission schedule, a spokesperson noted, indicating a cautious but hopeful path forward. Both Gardner's daring satellite recovery and the ongoing saga of the Starliner illustrate the multifaceted challenges of space exploration. As NASA navigates these complexities, the lessons learned from both past and present missions will be crucial in shaping the future of human spaceflight. With an eye towards upcoming missions and the eventual retirement of the ISS, the agency continues to adapt, innovate, and push the boundaries of what is possible in the realm of space travel. In an era where the boundaries of aeronautics are increasingly intertwined with a multitude of disciplines, NASA's Convergent Aeronautics Solutions CAS Discovery Initiative is charting a new course for innovation. Launched as a mission to identify and address critical challenges in aviation, CAS Discovery is a collaborative effort that spans across sectors and disciplines, aiming to transform not just aeronautics but the very fabric of society. At the heart of this initiative lies the concept of convergent problem solving, which recognizes that the most impactful solutions often emerge at the intersections of various fields. As NASA researchers engage with external experts, stakeholders, and community representatives, they foster an environment ripe for creativity and innovation. It is difficult to understand and effectively address stakeholders' needs and capabilities without engaging them, noted a representative from CAS Discovery, emphasizing the participatory nature of their approach. The initiative operates through a series of discovery sprints, expeditions into diverse topic areas that hold the potential for significant advancements in aeronautics. These sprints are designed to harness the collective expertise of researchers from within NASA and beyond, including fields such as energy, economics, and healthcare. The interdisciplinary teams work together to formulate complex societal challenges related to aviation, integrating insights from political, economic, social, technological, environmental, legal, and ethical dimensions. Strategic foresight is another cornerstone of the CAS Discovery framework. By examining trends and signals over 20 to 50-year horizons, the initiative seeks to uncover future opportunities for aeronautics. This long-term thinking contrasts sharply with the often short-sighted nature of many organizations, providing a roadmap for sustainable growth and advancement in the sector. The emphasis on an ecosystemic perspective allows CAS Discovery to consider the broader impacts of aeronautics on society and the environment, aiming to enhance the welfare of both. Key players in this innovative endeavor include NASA researchers from various centers, Ames, Armstrong, Glenn, and Langley, working alongside external experts and stakeholders. These collaboration efforts are facilitated by innovation architects who play a crucial role in guiding transdisciplinary teams through complex problem-solving processes. the leadership structure within CAS Discovery. Featuring center integration leads and discovery leads ensures that the initiative remains focused on its strategic goals while continuously evolving through feedback and new ideas. As NASA continues to push the envelope of what is possible in aeronautics, the CAS Discovery Initiative stands as a beacon of collaborative innovation. By embracing a future-focused participatory and ecosystemic approach, it not only aims to solve immediate challenges but also to lay the groundwork for a sustainable and inclusive aeronautics landscape. As we look ahead, the potential for transformative advancements seems limitless, driven by the collective intelligence and creativity of a diverse array of experts united in the quest to redefine the future of flight and its implications for humanity in the ever-expanding quest to unravel the mysteries of Mars. NASA's rovers continue to provide groundbreaking insights into the red planet's past and present. Recent developments from the Perseverance and Curiosity rovers highlight the dynamic and complex geological history of Mars, illustrating both the challenges and triumphs of space exploration. On March 22, 2025, the astronomy picture of the day showcased an intriguing acoustic milestone achieved by the Perseverance rover. The SuperCam instrument, equipped with a microphone, recorded the first sounds of laser zaps on Mars. During its 12th Sol Martian day on March 2, 2021, Perseverance fired its laser 30 times at a rock named Maz, which means Mars in Navajo. The microphone captured the soft popping sounds as shockwaves from the vaporized rock traveled through the thin Martian atmosphere. This auditory data not only adds a new dimension to our understanding of Mars but also offers valuable information about the physical structure of the planet's surface. The rover's ability to analyze the Martian terrain extends beyond sound. Meanwhile, Curiosity has been scaling Mount Sharp, a central peak within Gale crater formed by a massive impact billions of years ago. As of March 18, 2025, Curiosity has traversed over 21 miles and captured more than 683,790 images, painting a vivid picture of the Martian landscape. The recent views from the foothills of Mount Sharp reveal expansive plains and hilly crater walls, showcasing a world that was once warm and potentially habitable. NASA explained that the evidence points to Gale crater as a place where life, if it ever arose, might have survived for some time. The rocks Curiosity has encountered provide clues about when Mars began to dry out and the presence of ancient water bodies. In a separate but equally captivating development, the Perseverance rover recently encountered a peculiar geological formation known as St. Paul's Bay, located on the Jezero crater rim. This rock is characterized by hundreds of millimeter-sized spheres, some elongated and others displaying angular edges, suggesting a complex formation process. The team is investigating these formations to understand their origin, linking them to the broader geological history of Mars. Previous discoveries of similar spherules, such as the Martian blueberries observed by the Opportunity rover, suggest that these features may result from past interactions with groundwater or even volcanic activity. Understanding these formations is critical for piecing together Mars's geological narrative and assessing its potential for past life. As these rovers continue to explore and gather data, they pave the way for future missions and deeper investigations into Mars's environment. The ongoing analysis of Martian rock's atmosphere and sound recordings will be instrumental in shaping our understanding of whether life ever existed on the planet. With each new discovery, scientists inch closer to answering fundamental questions about the universe and humanity's place within it. As we look ahead, the exploration of Mars promises to yield even more surprises. Perseverance will continue its journey to uncover the secrets of the Jezero crater, while Curiosity's ascent of Mount Sharp will provide further insights into the planet's watery past. The next generation of space exploration, including potential human missions to Mars, will undoubtedly build on the findings of these robotic pioneers, propelling us further into the cosmos. In a remarkable week for NASA, the agency has made significant strides in its Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon by 2027. The excitement surrounding the upcoming Artemis II mission has been amplified by a recent decision to accelerate its launch date by 2 months, now targeted for February 2026. This adjustment comes on the heels of mixed news regarding diversity commitments within the program, as NASA has removed its pledge to land the first woman and first person of color on the lunar surface, a move that has sparked considerable debate. The Artemis II mission, which will see astronauts embark on a crewed lunar flyby, is poised to capture the global imagination, much like Apollo 8 did in 1968 when it delivered the iconic Earthrise photograph. NASA spokesperson Darrell Nail announced the new timeline during a live segment highlighting the agency's commitment to streamline operations while ensuring crew safety remains the top priority. "We're looking for ways to enable an earlier launch if possible, potentially launching as soon as February 2026, he stated, indicating that the planning and preparations are well underway. This decision reflects a broader trend in the Artemis program, which has faced delays and setbacks in recent months. Following safety concerns related to Artemis I, which successfully flew an uncrewed test mission in late 2022, Artemis II was initially slated for a November 2024 launch before being postponed to September 2025 due to technical issues. Now, with comprehensive assessments and testing of critical components in the rearview, NASA has regained confidence in its timeline. Meanwhile, in a controversial shift, NASA has rescinded its commitment to land the first woman and person of color on the moon. This decision aligns with directives from the Trump administration aimed at removing diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives across federal agencies. The removal of this promise from NASA's public-facing materials has drawn criticism, especially in light of the agency's previous efforts to embrace diversity within its ranks. NASA spokesperson Allard Butel addressed the change, stating, "In keeping with the President's executive order, we're updating our language regarding plans to send crew to the lunar surface as part of NASA's Artemis campaign. The implications of this decision are profound." The Artemis program was initially positioned as a landmark initiative to rectify historical disparities in space exploration. Given that all 12 astronauts who walked on the moon during the Apollo missions were white men. NASA has made strides to diversify its astronaut corps since then, but this recent development raises questions about the agency's commitment to inclusivity, especially as it prepares for Artemis III, scheduled for mid-2027. As preparations for Artemis II ramp up, the crew, which includes Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen, are diligently training for their mission. Their training regimen includes simulations and emergency response drills, ensuring they are well prepared for any challenges they may face during the historic flyby of the moon. Looking ahead, the Artemis program is not just about returning to the moon. It is also a stepping stone for future Mars missions. The upcoming Artemis II will provide critical data and experience that will inform NASA's strategies for long-term human habitation on other celestial bodies. Commander Wiseman recently expressed his anticipation for the mission, noting, "I can feel it starting to build. It makes you start to realize, okay, those kids, my family, those are the most important things." As the space agency navigates the complex interplay of technological advancement and social responsibility, all eyes will remain on NASA's Artemis program. The upcoming months will be pivotal as the agency seeks to balance its ambitious goals with the expectations of a diverse and engaged public. Future developments are poised to reveal how NASA will redefine its commitments and continue to inspire a new generation of explorers.